check this out.
Oh my God.
16-year-old stacker, Tim. You don't see that every day.
I actually remember when I was 16 because I spent everything that I had.
If it technically doesn't default because they can redeem in cash, but you can't get your silver, do they go to the Shanghai exchange?
That's a good question.
So I think it can go as high as 200.
200 is the plan. That is the plan.
The Scottsdale Mint Eagle Stacker Silver Round. Precision crafted, interlocking, and available in 1, 2, and 5 ounce sizes. Only at SD Bullion. Trusted by hundreds of thousands of customers and rated A+ by the BBB. Don't wait. Grab your Eagle Stacker today at sdbullion.com/stacker.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. You're coming into Tim's to buy or sell.
I'm coming to buy.
Have you ever bought silver or gold before?
No, this is my first time.
Excellent.
First.
I apologize for the long wait.
It's okay, I'm glad to be here.
What got you into silver?
My grandfather here did.
Oh,
Well done, Grant.
thank you.
Was it hard to convince her?
No, not at all. It's pretty easy. She made some money with her job, and it's just sitting there. And I said, let's do something with it. Let's buy some silver.
First time. So what are you interested in?
I want to get the maple coins, the Canadian ones, and the eagles. That's what you said, right?
Well, I don't think we were going for all of those.
Well, 20 and then 25 of the other ones, right?
The Canadians are tubes of 25, and the Eagles are tubes of 20.
So one of each.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Sounds like a great idea to me. And I have new tubes, other than those down there, of American Eagles that I keep going by and meaning to bring out here. They're all nice sealed tubes. But let me grab some of those.
All right, cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Have you been watching at all the price of silver and what it's done recently?
I have been watching it a little bit. My grandfather has influenced me to watch it.
Yeah, I've been sending us some of the pricing. Give us some screenshots.
I mean, how much he bought it for. And yes, I've been watching.
Have you been stacking for a while, Grant?
Just recently, I think in October I started.
Good.
So,
How'd you find out about Tim?
watching you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
On my channel?
Yep.
You have not subjected your granddaughter to this channel, have you?
Not yet. On the ride home, she'll probably be
no,
firing
no,
up.
don't do that to her.
She'll fire it up.
That's great.
Can we grab another tube out of that box?
Absolutely. Feel that.
Oh, that's heavy.
And this is the Eagle tube. This is another 2021.
Nice and sealed. Huh?
Those are extremely heavy. Oh my.
You gotta
Silver is rather heavy. It's a dense metal.
I didn't know it was that dense.
You know what's heavier?
Gold?
Yeah.
Have you ever held gold?
I've never held a bar of gold.
Oh, I don't know if we should,
Or a
like...
coin. Never held either.
This could spoil her bad if she ever went down
Well,
this
it
route.
would motivate her to stack more silver and then convert it to gold when she gets enough.
Oh, there's an exit plan.
Right.
You'd like to see her convert?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a maple leaf from Canada. That's a whole 1 ounce of gold.
That is a heavy, small coin right there.
Isn't that great?
It's a beautiful coin. Very heavy.
I love it when the first time they hold it, the first time they see it. It's really fun. Thank you.
It's even more fun when they come in and gold is around, I don't know, $2,000 an ounce. And
There he
That
goes.
would
So-
be nice.
You would like that? Would you like to see the price drop?
No, I want to see it drop. I wish I was into it back then and I stacked a whole bunch of it and then it kept going up.
Can you imagine if gold hits 10,000, what she's going to think? Or actually, better yet, if silver hits 200 an ounce?
Well, yeah, that's kind of why I want her to get into it now because I wouldn't say it's affordable at the price, but it's going to get to some point where you can't buy a tube at some point, just as a young kid. Right. So get into it when you can. And
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 16.
16-year-old stacker, Tim. You don't see that every day.
no, I actually remember when I was 16. And I had to work every day because I spent everything that I had. So silver was exactly $1 an ounce.
Really?
Yeah, and gold was $35 an ounce.
I have to ask this question to both of you. if the price of silver were to drop from what it is now, which is I think $93 an ounce, to $70 an ounce, how would you feel?
What I would do is to take the pressure off of her. I would cover it for her. I'm locking in her ceiling.
Oh,
So she's not going to lose.
great,
I may
Grandpa.
lose, but she's not going to lose.
All right, so independent of her, what would you feel if that were to happen? Would you feel discouraged?
No, I'd actually be pretty happy because, I can get and buy some more. Maybe, a lot more.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'd be too discouraged either way.
You'd be telling him, hey, Grandpa,
Well,
we
no,
got to
no,
go buy more.
No. The backstop,
Time to go get
the backstop is for these right here.
Oh,
So it doesn't apply like, I want to buy like 500 more ounces and you're guaranteed. I didn't commit to that.
It should be knocking on your door like, ooh,
Yeah,
Grandpa,
let's go.
the price is down. Let's
I
go.
just dropped a little bit, actually.
You want to get a reaction. Check this out.
Oh my god. You definitely need 2 hands for this.
Pretty cool, huh?
It's so dense.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's very nice. I could do a workout with this, an expensive workout.
But you need one for both hands.
I don't think I have the budget for that. This is amazing, though. How much did you say this was? 100?
I don't know.
Oh my. My arms might get tired soon.
Well, you're getting close to it over there with those coins.
Yeah, you got
Slowly but surely, I'm getting there.
There you go. Oh, do you know who you're
the
talking
customer
to
who comes
over
in
here?
here,
It's the stacking surfer. What's up,
world
brother?
champion
everybody.
ski-
What do you think of this new stacker here?
I think she knows what she's doing already. She looked at a 100-ounce bar,
Yeah.
and she said, nope, I want the Eagles and the Maples. I think she knows what she's doing.
Well, it's good to see you here.
It's good to come out. I had to come visit Tim. It's been a while. And Yankee.
Yes, and me, yes.
So what backs the paper dollar today?
Not gold. Not really, right?
It's not gold. It's not silver.
No, it's
It used-
it's the promise of this country to pay its debt.
Yeah.
Ah, it's so cool to have Stacking Surfer visit the shop. And later in the video, he goes toe to toe with Tim in a very lighthearted and kind way, of course. But he seriously challenges Tim on his spot price prediction for silver. So last night, Surfer joined me and the rest of my Yankee militia for our monthly online meetup. We had an awesome time breaking down what went on in Tim's shop, where we think silver is headed, why, gold, our stacking goals, a whole bunch of stuff. And then, out of the blue, Surfer brings up his mining stock portfolio. And I shared my portfolio with the entire gang. Look at that. I'm up 124%. Boom, baby. And then we got back to discussing physical silver and gold. But some on that Zoom call last night had shares of one mining stock that I have to share with you again. They're up 40% year to date. This is what, January 20th? 40%. It's U.S. Gold Mining Inc., the sponsor of this portion of the video. Please do yourself a favor. If you're in the market to speculate a little, check out USGO. Again, not a professional financial advisor. I'm just letting you know about them again. Okay, their Whistler project in Alaska contains the closest large undeveloped gold copper exploration project to the main population center of Anchorage. Here's the spark notes on them, okay? Number one, forget Greenland for a minute. Trump has already shown huge interest in Alaska. Executive order after executive order, you've probably seen these, right? Then in early October of 2025, President Donald Trump announced his administration gave approval to the Ambler Road project. I don't know if you've heard about this, but it's a key piece of infrastructure to unlock access to critical mineral resources in northern Alaska. Now, the Whistler project is located in south central Alaska, so while this initiative doesn't apply to it directly, I think it strongly signals to us that Alaska is officially open for business. Number two, Alaska has state policies that are also strong. Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy is a big proponent of economic growth and the infrastructure to support mining in his state. He's personally visited the Whistler project. So did U.S. Senator Lisa Murkowski. So did U.S. Representative Nick Bagich last year. Alaska people, this is huge, all right? And number three, check out the Whistler project mineral resource estimates. 294 million tons at 0.68 grams per ton gold equivalent for 6.48 million ounces gold equivalent in the indicated category. 198 million tons at 0.65 grams per ton gold equivalent for 4.16 million ounces of gold equivalent in the inferred category. Gold, baby. I love that. But wait, in addition to the gold component of this resource estimate, the deposit also contains silver and copper, both of which were recently added to the list of critical minerals by the Trump administration. So guys, there you go. There is so much more that I could say about U.S. gold mining, but I wanted to keep this short and sweet. Please do your own research on U.S. gold mining. Make sure you review their annual report and all their other filings with the SEC. They're on the NASDAQ, guys, with the ticker symbol USGO right on the screen. So you'll have plenty of trading platforms to choose from if, and only if, they make sense for you to speculate in. You need to figure that out for yourself. How much physical silver and gold you already have stacked. What's your overall financial health? What's your time frame, your risk tolerance, all that. Figure that out. And when you're ready, I think you owe it to yourself to check out U.S. gold mining. All right, let's get back to Tim and Surfer discussing the possibility of $200 an ounce silver in 2026.
So there's no value to it anymore, and that's why the price of silver and gold keep going up. There's just nothing backing the dollar anymore. And guess what? Other countries have decided they don't want it, and they're getting rid of it, and they're not buying our debt anymore. And so who buys all that debt that we keep printing? The central bank, which is kind of like taking money out of your left pocket, putting it in your right pocket. And there's a problem with that. And at some point, it's
more
going
like
to break.
taking the IOU out of your left pocket and putting it in your right
Exactly.
pocket.
That's so true.
Like you said, all the countries are going to say, we don't trust you. And there's going to be collapse, really.
Yeah. What are other countries buying right now if they're not holding dollars? What do you guys think?
Well, China's not releasing any silver,
Okay.
right? At all.
And they're not letting anybody know how much gold and silver they really have.
The answer to his question was primarily gold.
So gold. So all the central banks, except for the Federal Reserve, and then I don't know what Canada did. They sold all their gold, guys, way long ago, and bad idea. But the central banks around the world, are definitely the BRICS nations, are buying a ton of gold, and they're backing potentially their currency. Right now, they haven't done it, but they could. And so we don't know what's going to happen exactly, but they understand the value of it. And now what we're seeing is countries are now starting to use strategic reserves of silver, and they're starting to store that up. So what are they planning for? Well, they're planning to have more. They want to have more gold and silver. They know it's precious metals as well as the industrial use for it.
Did India make a move with silver?
They're going to start backing bonds with silver, and it's backed 10-1 with gold. So I don't have the full details on that, but there is a backing to it.
Interesting.
Wow. Like I'm backing her.
Kind of like what you're doing, Graham. Yeah.
Yes.
He's the central bank of last resort for you, right?
Yeah, I'm your bank.
Just for this, though, not everything else.
Just for this.
Oh, you just work on him. He might do this again.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
So Tim, is there any trouble at the LBMA right now?
No more than usual. I mean, they always have trouble.
Are you sure?
Wait, any more trouble than?
I'm hearing things are getting really tight over there.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And so question I have for you, Tim, is what would potentially happen if the LBMA could not deliver on the demands for taking physical delivery?
I think they will change the rules.
Okay, let's say they change the rules. And
worldwide.
yeah, let's say they change the rules worldwide and they don't allow silver to be redeemed anymore.
Yeah.
What do you think what would happen to the people that are holding those certificates?
Somebody will be able to make deliveries at some point. As far as London is concerned, they'll probably make deals with other countries so they can do the same thing.
What concerns me is we could get to a point where there are companies and individuals, maybe even nations, that are holding silver in the depositories in the LBMA. If they can't get them and they want that silver, they're going to have to go looking for it somewhere else.
They've had that problem before.
And we could have a run on this silver. at the LBMA.
I think it was Venezuela that demanded their silver back and they couldn't get it. But
Is it default?
Yeah, do you
one
see
way
a
or
default?
another-
Do you see the LBMA ever defaulting?
well, in actuality, yes, but in name, no.
Okay.
And one of the things that's got to happen is this Basel III, which requires banks to have improve their capital reserve holdings. I think that's going to happen because that technically makes all these futures contracts worthless.
When you've got like the CME has continually been increasing the fee for playing the futures market as well. And that's been slowing things down. But I hear that they're going to be doing maybe potentially more of that, but the price is still running.
That's why I said they're going to have to change the rules.
So could if it technically doesn't default because they can redeem in cash, but you can't get your silver, I could see people trying to go then to the COMEX to get silver. If they can't get it there, do they go to the Shanghai exchange?
That's a good question because I don't think we're getting out of any country in Asia the truth.
So you think they have a lot more or a lot less?
Well, I would assume that China has a lot more than we think they have.
What would happen if they have more than 8,130 tons or so that the U.S. is supposed to have in gold?
Then they have more than we have. And I think that's a good possibility.
One concern I have is if you can't get the silver out of these exchanges, we could see potentially an explosive price in silver because the demand goes so much higher. Like Tesla, for example, or Samsung. If they need a bunch of silver for their for industrial use, I think they'll try to go and buy it outside of the normal markets. And
I think that's already started.
yeah, I think it's already started. And if they do that, then the supply starts to dry up even more, and then it becomes harder for us to find it. And so I think any kind of a form of physical default, meaning that they won't deliver the physical metals, I think we start to run a risk of starting to move towards real true price discovery for silver. And, to me, I believe it's a lot higher because of that demand. I know other people think it's inflated right now and it's going to go lower. What's your take on that?
I'm in the latter
Okay.
arena. I think it's when it gets down to how much silver is really available and where is it, I think we're going to find there's more silver available than we think there are. They're also not taking into account the poor dealers that, like me, that are getting buried in silver. If Samsung needs some more silver, they should give me a call.
Okay, I like that one. Samsung. Tim's got you. He'll look you up.
That's a good line.
You like that?
My last question for you, Tim, is this. If we continue to see the price go up, at what point do they start spinning up more silver mines? There's not very many dedicated silver mines today.
No, but keep in mind, most of the silver, still around 75%, comes from byproduct mining.
Yes.
And I know what they've been doing. Years ago, when we were traveling as a family, we went to Idaho, and like I said, we went to every state: Utah, Idaho, Nevada, and we actually saw silver mines in action. And they were dumping it. They weren't digging it out of the ground to process. I still think there's a lot of that's sitting out there in piles.
They're probably they know it's there, but when silver's sitting at like $20, $25, it's probably not even cost effective for them to mine it. But if silver's sitting at $100, I bet they start pulling some.
Which
I'm
will
sure that's
probably
already-
be
that's
by
already
the end
happened.
of this week, right?
Could be by the end of this week. I thought it was maybe going to be by today, but
That is
it could be by the end of
that's
the week.
already happening.
Yeah.
I think anybody who's got a copper mine or a zinc mine or lead mine that has pulled silver out of the ground, I'm sure they're already starting to process it.
So one of the things I heard though is when we have 75% of the silver being a byproduct, I don't know if it's cost effective at these prices to spin up more mining in those copper mines. To go get a dedicated silver mine, there are ones that are shut down. Those often take years, if not a decade, to put together. So, I think what's interesting, what you're sharing with Tim, too, is one, I think if you're just relying on silver mines to produce more and to flood the market, I don't think that can happen very quickly. If there's a bunch of silver hiding somewhere we don't know about and we think it's been used up, that's a wild card, but there's no way to verify that. And so do you count on that? I don't. So to me, I see it going much higher than it is today. And I haven't given my price prediction yet.
No, you
Not
haven't
yet.
done that yet. Okay.
haven't done that
Well,
yet.
you heard mine.
You will.
You heard
Yeah.
mine, right? 120 by the
Yep.
end of this year, which I'm probably completely wrong about by now. Tim's at 49. I think I forced
Well,
that number on you. You said in the 40s.
I said, I want to see what happens when Basel III is implemented.
But he did agree to 49. Okay.
He did.
History bears that out, as you know.
So I think it can go as high as 200, but the number that I'm going off of is 180.
Okay.
Well, 200 is the plan.
200 is a plan, sure.
That is the plan.
Well, I think it's going higher than 200 in the next
It
5
may,
years.
but that is also the plan. They force it up as high as they can get it. And unfortunately, there's no regulation anymore. That's the big problem.
That's true.
I'm stacking silver and gold for when the COMEX fails.
Yes.
For when the LBMA fails. When a force majeure is kicked in and people want their metals and cannot get them. And then it's a race to the door. I think that could happen before this decade is out. What do you think?
I think it could happen this year, to be honest. Conversations I've been having with Eric Young, King Kong 9888 on X, who lives in Hong Kong. He just shared some information I put on my channel that no one else has, and it talks about the Shanghai exchange, people asking for physical delivery and only being able to get about 1.5% of what they're asking for, and they have the ability to defer it for 60 days. So we don't exactly know what's happening. It's not a default, so don't worry about that. But what it tells us is that there is some reason why they're not giving it out today. And then it's extremely difficult to pull any silver out of China right now since January 1st. It's not impossible, but only a couple companies are allowed to do it, and they have to get approval by the CCP, which is probably going to be a big fat no.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
All my silver.
Nice. Well done.
That's
Thank
a good
you
haul.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was
Thank
great
you.
meeting
It's
you.
good meeting you.
It's encouraging to see new stackers coming in, even
It
at
is.
these prices, right?
And I'm seeing a lot of new stackers coming in. I'm getting comments every day of people, this is the first time I've ever bought gold and silver, first time to your channel. So one thing I highly recommend is, find the channels that you guys enjoy watching that are fun. If there's a person that comes on that's interviewed, follow those channels, subscribe. And then you have to hit the bell icon, guys, so it's black. That way you get the notification. And then here's the other hint I'm going to give you. YouTube sometimes unsubscribes you. So what you need to do is go into this video you're seeing right now, and you need to make sure you put a comment down below, and then you got to hit the thumbs up. That way it locks you in for Yankees. And then head over to my channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon too so that you don't miss my notifications, and then you hit a thumbs up, make a comment, it locks you in.
I'll put your link in the comments. I'll pin it to the top. You got to check out Stacking Surfer. You're a great guy, and you really know your stuff.
So one last thing I'll say is, yes, I do think there's going to be a pullback at some point.
Okay.
What we don't know, guys, is we don't know if the pullback's going to be at 90, at 100, 110, or 120. I don't think it's going to be at 200. I think it's going to pull back before we get up there. When it does pull back, it could be sharp because it's moved up very high. Okay, hockey stick. It's gone up.
Yeah,
it should come
the
down.
pace is not good, in my
Not good.
opinion.
It's too fast.
Yeah.
Way too fast.
Yeah.
We've just started a gold bull run last year. In 2024.
Right.
And in 2025, we started the silver bull run.
Right.
You're not supposed to historically have a ratio of around 50 when you were up at 100. The numbers do not work. That should be happening 2 or 3 years from now. So it's happening way too fast, which tells me that silver is seen so strategically by other countries and by companies that there's some funny games being played behind the scenes. And I think they're concerned about cornering the market. So I really do think we're in kind of what I would call a world strategic resource war. It's not kinetic, it's not weapons going back and forth, but it's who can corner the mines.
It's an economic war.
An economic war. I saw people on X about 3 months ago calling for $15 silver. I don't even know what planet they're from. $15 silver would be amazing if you want to buy, but I don't even think with how expensive things are to production, I don't even think you can mine it for $15. So, I don't think that's going to happen. But if we do have a pullback, I think it's a great buying opportunity. we should have multiple pullbacks as we have multiple new highs. Yeah. So what you really want to be looking for is, are we having more, higher highs and higher lows? Yeah. That means the trend's going up. I definitely recommend paying attention to the market, but I don't recommend looking at it multiple times a day like maybe a YouTuber does. So, Tim, I was thinking about some eagles, but they're just not very pretty looking compared to these.
Yeah, you got a
oh
good
my
point
goodness,
there.
look at that.
That is certainly a point.
I mean, why would you buy this antiquated design
stop it.
Yeah, that's a good
over
point.
this modern design?
I agree. It's much better made, too.
I got to get some of these.
All right.
So I'm coming up on 20,000 subs. We're going to do a giveaway.
Ooh, you're giving these away?
Well, I'm going to give one of them away.
Okay.
But I do want to take one of these out here to see it here, guys, because it is also a Yankee round, just in case you didn't know. But there's Tim.
It is, yeah.
And then you got Yankee on here.
Awesome. Yeah.
And it is proof-like. It's got a proof-like finish.
Mm-hmm. They did a great strike
they
on
did
it.
a really good strike on it, because a lot of times when you see these kind of like channel rounds get created, the frosting comes off of them. And these have been really good. So I think that's awesome. So I want to grab a couple of those.
I'm very impressed with the quality. I mean, it beats all the Trump rounds I've seen.